What's up, guys? Today we have a very special guest. His name is Keast. He is one of the founders of Doodles, one of the biggest projects, NFT projects in the entire universe right now. Before we start, I just want you to know, right now you got a little bit of a beard going on, but you have a very nice mustache. When I when I met you actually, first of all, I don't know if you remember, but I met you and you handed me this. This was at NFT NYC.
Where did I give that to you? At which location?
I think it was it was an event at, I believe it might have been O'Shiny's house. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Oh yeah. O'Shiny's get together. Yeah,
Yes, O'Shiny's good. Yeah.
that was a highlight of NFT NYC for sure. There were so many amazing people there.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was
Do
cool.
you know Zach?
Yeah, Noble.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. So that's you were with him, right?
I was with him. Yeah, and
Yeah,
my buddies.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's begin with I wanted to talk about your background. So not many people who make collections or founders of collections already have a background in Web3. It's usually their first introduction to Web3 because it's such a new space. But you have a deep background. And it's when I say deep, I mean like you've worked with Dapper Labs and separate companies that, well, people don't really have that in their, I guess, sort of say resume. How did you get involved in the whole Web3 space, and how did that happen?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, before CryptoKitties Dapper Labs, like there weren't a lot of jobs in Web3, right? Like the only jobs were really either for protocols, or marketplaces or exchanges. So yeah, there just weren't many opportunities. So I really lucked out. CryptoKitties was a smash hit when they first released, and yeah, I just found my way to them through. I did like traditional e-commerce and marketing and branding and serving millions of fans all over the world. So I actually really brought like a Web2 kind of brand building mentality to, we didn't even call it Web3 at the time, but what would eventually become the Web3 space. So yeah, I've been trying to explain, NFTs or how to get involved with digital collectibles for like 4 years now. So that's kind of what led me to Dapper Labs and CryptoKitties.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So that's definitely something that, well, you had to really understand the space, even though you were involved in Web2 before, and to have, I guess, muster up the courage to even just go out there and submit your resume, sort of say.
When we were onboarding new folks, right? Like we were dealing with all the same issues that are apparent today, which is like, how do you use MetaMask? How do you get crypto? What is an NFT? Like what do you own? Things like that. So, and the information wasn't like you could YouTube, like how to list an item on OpenSea. Like, there wasn't those materials. Like we were trying to make those materials. So yeah, we've been learning how to educate, more mainstream audiences into the space for years now. So yeah, definitely, a great experience to have in the space.
And you would you say that gave you, like, I guess it made you comfortable to go into a position where you can now create your own NFT collection with an artist and to form a separate team to just like leave that company and do your own thing?
Well, yeah. So I actually was in traditional gaming for the last 2 years with a company called Kabam Games. So I had left Dapper Labs in 2019, and I was working on like a new Disney game, a new Disney mobile game called Disney Mirrorverse. And my entire kind of main objective is to just like create entertainment, like entertainment products that surprise and delight people and just get people excited. So whether it's Web3 or Web2, like I just want to create entertaining experiences. And right now, the most entertaining products are, in my opinion, integrated with Web3. They don't need to only be Web3, but having the Web3 component, I think, just makes an experience better.
Yeah, most definitely. It's there's a new level of like, I feel that there's a connection that the owner of an NFT actually has with he or she's NFT. And that connection, I guess it creates a whole new experience just with investing in general, right? Because I like to view NFTs as the people who own your doodles, for example, are investors in doodles. They're investing in the company doodles, and it's way more exciting to actually see a character as an investment as opposed to just looking at some numbers and hoping that it goes up or down. And I feel like you're right on the ball with that. It's just it's an entirely new experience that's I feel like we've never seen before or anytime recently.
Yeah, we're really focused. Like we're coming into the position of like a successful brand as an NFT first brand, right? And a lot of people are going the other way. So they're taking a successful brand, whether that's in entertainment or merchandise or whatever it may be, and trying to get into NFTs. So both can work, but we're focused on expanding the NFT experience into like real life experiences or just extended experiences that don't only have to do with the function of buying or selling an NFT. So, you should be able to experience NFTs or the brand that is associated with the NFT outside of just buying and selling, right? You should be able to do more things that let you use the NFT or experience it outside of just a marketplace.
Yeah, that's where the creativity really needs to come in, because I guess once you establish yourself as somebody who has given your community an experience before even launching, I guess, the brand at its full potential, you can reach new heights when you do decide to do that. That leads me to my question now we know what the immediate goals are for Doodles, but what are the long-term goals for Doodles?
That's a good question. So the long-term goals for Doodles, I mean, we've been public about kind of our main objective with Doodles, at least in the first couple of years, is we want to be a brand that's experienced, or actually let me recut that explanation. We want to be a brand that is enjoyed by every household, not just in the Web3 space, but across TV and film, merchandise, any kind of experience in which, people could be entertained by the brand Doodles is what we're hoping to get into. So, right now we're onboarding some advisors. We're, looking into different markets and just how to grow and scale responsibly with a brand that we think is quite special.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, the characters in Doodles are definitely enjoyable. I think that's what most people would say when they first looked at Doodles is the love. In fact, I was actually I was talking to, I guess, I want to say a couple months ago, or just like a week or two after the project actually released, I was talking to an artist who has very colorful art. And I noticed he had a doodle as his profile photo, and I had a doodle then as well. So I had asked him, I said, well, besides, like, as speaking from an artist, what really spurred your love for this? Because you are an artist and you chose to book this as your profile photo as opposed to your artwork. And he had told me that he saw the soul in the project, which is very unique to see soul in an NFT collection. It's like it's almost alive, and that's something that I really stuck with me, and I felt that it correlates to what you're saying. Just bring soul into people's homes.
Yeah, we're the brand is highly successful, and there's a lot of opportunities to get into new markets, with partners or somebody that knows those markets better than we do. But we still feel like Doodles has a story to tell, and we do want to have a lot of control over that creative process. So we're really just taking our time and being patient with the brand, because it's still developing, and we want to take our time with it, because like you said, it's a brand that is all three of our kind of creative outlets, right? Like yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you. What would you say to somebody who is trying to release an NFT collection and they're going in blindly, right? And what advice would you give to them now that you're in your position and you're sitting where you're sitting and you've already had this couple months of experience of having an NFT launched?
I would probably ask them to do a little bit more research. I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, we get asked this question all the time, and it's like, you know, there's a reason why it took us like almost a year to go from concept to release, right? And you know, I think it's different for everybody's purpose. You know, we're trying to create a global and like generational brand. So, you know, obviously we're going to take a little more time before we release something that we think is going to be around for, you know, hopefully a long time into the future. You know, other folks, their needs may be different, right? Like they may have a collection that they're ready to put out, and they can use kind of existing, like an existing contract, or, you know, do it on a marketplace or something like that. And, you know, I think it's fine for folks to get things out quickly, but yeah, just NFTs, like there should be a good intention, at least artistically, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that's more complex than the average person might think. Um, I always tell people whenever they're getting into it that they should just know that when they launch, if they have the hype, it's their lives are completely going to change forever. You know, I'm somebody who has thank God, a relatively large following. I have across all my social media platforms right now, I have close to 200,000 followers as an NFT influencer. And it's for that reason right there why I haven't released a project, because I need to be in love with the artwork, like you mentioned, in love, absolutely in love. And I need to have the proper team around me to be ready for my life to completely change at that moment.
Oh yeah, your life's completely changed. 100%.
Completely change. Yeah. And that's something that it's something that is a little bit underset in the space.
Yeah, be prepared. You know, be prepared to take on the challenge that is, you know, building in the space, because it's not easy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, this is coming from somebody who has one of the most dominant collections right now. I just heard, by the way, there was an interview with Gary Vee and the Nelk Boys podcast.
Yeah,
and you should know that Gary Vee mentioned that Doodles. I don't know if you know this, but that Doodles has the potential to become the next. He's talking like Bored Ape level. He said that this is coming from Gary Vee. So.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. It took a good mouth to come out of, though. Good words to come out of somebody special. But yeah, is there a pressure to not sell your own doodles that you have? Do you like? Is it like, okay, I have to, every single doodle that I own, I have to constantly hold? You know what I mean? I saw you did a trade with Burnt Toast, and I thought that was dope. I was like, that's the game right there. But do you feel like, oh, like maybe I shouldn't sell? Like, oh, like is anybody going to care? Or that's not even there?
Yeah, I mean, so I don't think there's any rules in you know, NFT projects about you know, compensation strategies. Like I know a lot of projects, you know, they'll hold back 3,000 plus NFTs, right? Because they're like, oh, you know, we need compensation for the team or whatever it may be. We never really looked at it that way, right? Like we've you know, we each minted 100 tokens for each of the founders. And you know, we've also participated in the marketplace. None of us have sold a doodle. We've only purchased doodles. And you know, there's no pressure like not to sell a doodle, but from our point of view, like with doodles having the community treasury, we want to continue to hold doodles while we you know, want to steward the brand and you know, have impact on what that treasury money is able to build. So yeah, I mean, I plan on holding doodles indefinitely, you know, generationally. Yeah, they're locked up in a vault. So
got on yourself. That's what that
is. Yeah. I mean, like I believe in it so much that, you know, it's not even a thought that goes through my mind, essentially.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, personally, it would just be weird. Like, like it makes no sense. I mean, yeah, I think our brand has a lot of room to we can find ways to grow the company and get compensated without, having to get rid of any of our doodles.
Your marketing, you said you were involved in marketing, and the marketing for Doodles was incredible. The marketing for Doodles was high level. I I I noticed how at that time the average mint price was like on the lower. I mean, point one was like, okay, this is a high end project, and you guys had a beautiful looking 0.123. The thing about that is that nobody even argued like, oh, this is. It was just known because of how beautiful your animations were and whatever it is. This is a high level project. Nowadays, that's like a low compared to the things I'm seeing mint that people charge 0.25 or whatever. But the the animations that you guys have it's probably, would you say that it's probably one of the largest aspects of your marketing and one of the largest aspects of Doodles as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, animation, we're trying to scale our animation team as quickly as possible. And it's going to be a huge component of the Doodles brand, right? Like one of our end goals is to have an animated series that is Doodles. So yeah, it's something that's a major component of brand and marketing, and will continue to be for sure.
Yeah, and is that with the space ones? Those are going to be animated. I'm assuming. I mean, for so far what I've seen, or are they going to be still images?
Well, I can say right now that they won't be still images, but before I say what the file format is, yeah, what you're seeing on our marketing materials is a pretty good indication of what doodle holders are going to see as what they get.
So, and now that we've been in this space, I think it's been over a year since it's gone mainstream. It's been a couple of months, but I've been in for over a year personally, and you've been in it for longer. But from your perspective, are all these projects that are on the top 100 right now on OpenSea or whatever Rarible, whatever marketplace somebody's looking at it from? Do you think that we're going to see a lot of these guys in these companies or collections in 10 to 15 years from now? Or is there going to be a flush down the toilet situation where a lot of these guys are goneroo? I don't know what you think, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think everybody, if you're looking at it critically, we're not going to see a lot of projects, stick around for that long, especially after the end of this year. I think a lot of things are consolidating. People that were early to NFTs are, starting to focus more on, a single project or a couple projects. So, yeah, I think folks that are truly in the space to build and create Web3 experiences, a lot of them are going to do really well, and I think we're going to see a lot of them succeed. But because it's a new attractive space and there's a lot of money in the space, there's a lot of folks that are taking advantage of the influx of new users into a new space. So I think a lot of those will die out, but yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of winners come out this year.
It's those guys that are passionate. I mean, the passion speaks for itself. Is there anyone in particular that stands out to you?
I'm looking at the projects that I think they've built kind of their teams, and I think they're going to be able to make successful Web3 products. I know Dapper Labs is working on a lot of stuff. Jordan and I are former Dapper Labs employees, and their teams are amazing. So it's going to be exciting to see what they build. Axie Infinity for play to earn gaming. I think they're kind of setting the tone and the stage for what's possible in the space. So, I really want to see what they get up to this year. Same with Sandbox, the whole like metaverse or gaming side of NFTs is probably what I'm most excited about this year, just to see, we heard a lot about it in 2021, and, there's early kind of looks into that, but I feel like this year is going to be, we're going to see a lot more from that space. So I'd say kind of the play to earn and gaming or metaverse components is something that I'm really looking at right now.
Oh yeah. Elon Musk came to Twitter recently, and he was just started to he made a meme, him and his memes. He's like, he said, he said, "Oh, Web3, I can't seem to find it," and it was one of those, it was a good one, because he's making a good joke. I understand, there's no, but in terms of practicality, but
yeah,
it's being built. It's being built, Elon. And when we see those games come out, like you're mentioning, the Sandbox, the Axie Infinity, these guys are going to become the largest games just played worldwide eventually. It's happening slowly, and getting involved in 2022 is a good long-term play.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of stuff slated to come out this year in terms of advancing those spaces. So I'm eagerly waiting to see what's possible. So that's what I'm stoked on.
Are you big in VR? Do you play? Are you a gamer in general? But
I'm a gamer in general for sure. VR is one of those things where I love it, but it's maximum once a week or once a month kind of experience. I'm still waiting to see how I can experience it more frequently.
Yeah, I have it. I was having a blast one of these past 2 weeks ago. I'd say I haven't put it on since then, like you're mentioning, but I was having a blast, and I was having so much fun, and all of a sudden it just hit me, and I was just ready to yak. Yeah. And I'm talking 2 hours after that, I was just nauseous, but I'm sure they're going to fix that. And they have crazy metaverses already in VR.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's a huge aspect of Web3 also. It's just VR and AR. I'm more bullish, sort of say, on AR than VR.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I tell people all the time. They're like, oh, where's the metaverse? I'm like, we're already in it. Just taking calls over Discord and buying NFTs, you're already in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When I check my screen time, I realize I'm in it.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's so sad. I mean, I guess it's my job. I am a content creator, but it's also that's how long I'm on my phone, man. It's damn, oh.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you get some time to decompress and hopefully get outside, it's all good.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, well, this has been awesome. I wanted to close it off with a little game. I never played such a game, but I thought it would be fun to play a game. And it's called Think Quick. And you could ask me also if you want, if you're comfortable asking me after 5 questions, but I'm going to ask you 5 questions. And the first thing that pops into your head, you're going to respond. Listen. Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Banana pancakes.
Cool.
Cool. Where were you during my wedding, bro?
I intentionally skipped it. I don't like weddings.
Where are my Hot Pockets?
In my stomach.
Hello. Hello, and what would you like for lunch?
BLT, baby.
BLT, baby. Men who play the guitar are so
annoying.
Okay. All right. That was good. That was nice. Right. Now you can go if you're comfortable. Come at me.
All right. I'll ask you. I'll ask you 5 questions.
All right. Let's see.
I need to Google 5 interesting, funny.
Oh no! I didn't Google that. I came up with mine on the fly. I was like, oh no. Okay. All right.
All right. Here we go. We'll see if we have anything good here. Okay, pineapple on pizza.
Disgusting.
What would your teacher say of you today?
Wow, he's so handsome.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
What is going to be the next thing to break the internet?
Oh, the Web3. Come on. That's a That's
too on brand for this.
Yeah, that's too on brand.
All right. If you were, what's your most useless talent?
Useless talent. Wow. Okay. I guess I can play the drums. I don't know.
That's useful, man.
All right.
Let's see here. Okay, what would you not do for $5 million?
Honestly, steal. I would not steal for $5 million.
Good answer.
Yeah. I got serious. Before I was messing around and I'm like, you know what? Let me bring some morals into this one, you know. 5 questions. That was a good game. Think Quick is definitely fun.
Definitely.
It's a game I stole from Jimmy Fallon, by the way. So
that's where you got it. Okay. I thought it had some talk show vibes to it.
Yeah, I'm not that creative. I just make content for Web3. I'm not that.
Oh, dude, I love your content. It's amazing.
Oh yeah. And all right, Evan, it was awesome having you. Definitely one of the more fun interviews I've had. I was probably laughing for a lot of it. I felt giggly today. I'm glad I got you to laugh sometimes. I saw you smirk sometimes, by the way.
Just a couple times.
Just a couple times. I mean, that was good. And yeah, thank you so much for coming on the show. And we're looking forward to seeing what happens with Doodles.
No, for sure. Thanks so much for having me on. Appreciate it.
I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. I mean, if you're watching this video, that means that you watched the entire thing, which is incredible. It would mean the world to me if you scroll down and you hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, if you can, also hit the like button. Well, hopefully I can make some other great interviews like this one as well. And I appreciate all that you guys do for me, and peace and love.